There are no plants or animals on the moon, just rocks and dust. People have to wear spacesuits there to stay alive. On Earth, air and other gases catch the sunlight and spread it around. That's why our sky is blue. But since there's no air on the moon, the sky is black there all the time. To a person standing on the moon, the Earth is the biggest thing in the sky. It looks like a beautiful blue ball, covered with white clouds. The moon is our closest neighbor in the solar system. The planets, Mars and Venus, are our next closest neighbors. For a long time, people thought planets must be a lot like the Earth. Some scientists even thought they could see signs of life on Mars. No human being has ever visited Mars, but during the 1970s, we sent rockets there. The rockets dropped robots down on the planet. The robots took pictures of Mars. Their robot arms picked up samples of dirt and rock. They didn't find any definite signs of life. Mars had some ice, but no oceans and no rivers. The air is not like our air, and people can't breathe there. Even so, Mars is more like Earth than any other planet in our solar system. Millions and millions of years ago, there might have been rivers on Mars. There may even have been life of some kind, but nobody knows for sure. We're still trying to solve those questions. We know the solar system is mainly empty space. That's why it's called space. Even the closest of the planets is more than 25 million miles away from the Earth. Our first four planets in the solar system, are called inner planets. They're all alike in some ways. They're all made of rock and metal. So the first four planets closest to the sun. Mercury is the planet that's closest to the sun and takes just under 3 months to travel around it one time. It doesn't have any air at all. Then there's Venus. I call this the stinky cheese planet. Venus comes next. It's very, very hot. It's almost 900 degrees because clouds of poisonous gases hold in the sun's light. So the clouds keep the sun close, so it makes it really, really hot. Earth is the third planet. It's the only planet with oceans. Gases surrounding Earth let the good rays of the sun in and keep out the bad things to help us live. Mars is the fourth planet. It's cold and it has thin air and it's poisonous. The next three planets are farther apart. These planets are called the outer planets. They're huge, much, much bigger than Earth. But they're not solid like the Earth. They're made of liquid and frozen gas. Under the gas, there's probably a solid center of rock and metal, kind of like the inner planets. Jupiter is the fifth from the sun. It's the largest planet. It's so big that all the other planets could fit inside of Jupiter. It's covered with brightly colored clouds, and it has that red spot. We'll talk about that later on in the week. Saturn is the sixth planet, and it has shining white rings made of chunks of ice. Oh, here's that one that's tipped on its side again. Uranus is the seventh planet, and it looks blue like the Earth. But its blue color is caused by poisonous gases. And then there's Neptune. They kind of look like twins. But Neptune is the eighth planet, and it's very, very far away and hard to see. In 1977, we sent a spacecraft to take pictures of Neptune. It took 12 years to get there. Scientists used to believe that Pluto was the ninth planet, but now they know it's a dwarf planet. And we'll talk about that later on, too. So besides the moon, there's other things out there too, like meteors and shooting stars, asteroids, and comets. The more we know about the universe, the more we realize how special Earth really is. The Earth has plenty of water. It's not too hot and it's not too cold. The air is good for living creatures. In the whole solar system, there's not another place exactly like it. The Earth is our home in space. All right, my friends. So, I thought I was going to talk about a star today, but I'm going to read that one tomorrow. I told a couple of my friends that we were going to have a challenge having to do with making a star, but I'm going to have you do that one tomorrow. So there's no challenge today, but today I want you to talk about with your families, where does the sky end? And I also have a couple of questions that I want your families to ask you after you read the interactive read aloud for today. So go and have fun and learn about the moon, and don't forget to write one thing down that you learned when your parents were sharing, or when your family was sharing the interactive read aloud. All right? Go and have a great day. Don't forget to practice some of your reading work. Don't forget to practice some of your math work, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we can do a word problem together. And I have another story about Draw Me a Star. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. I love you, everybody. Bye.